Hi all, in this video, let's understand the type conversion in JavaScript. So let's most of the time, the operators and the functions, they will be automatically converted into the value into the right data type. It will automatically done. So this is known as the implicit data type data conversion. So there are few cases where we need to explicitly convert a value. So let's see those cases. So the first case is if you have, so let me explain about the implicit thing, how JavaScript works. If you have a 2 in a string plus 1, what happens? So it internally does this concatenation. It will not do addition. It will do the concatenation. So this is done automatically. This is the implicit type conversion done by JavaScript. Now, what if you want to explicitly convert a value? So you have a value. So true is a Boolean value. Fine. So if you're converting the Boolean value into a string, what happens? This true will be coming in a double quotes like this. So that's it. So that is the one you need to do. You need to understand. So if you have a null, so if you want to convert that into a string, it will become a string. In a string, it will become like a null. Not only the string or string of some value here, also you can also have toString method as well. So toString method also does the same thing. So you are giving some value or a variable dot toString, it will be converted into the string. Okay, it will become a string like this. It will become a string with the double quotes like this. Okay, whatever it may be, we have two options like string and toString. To convert any of the data value into the string type, you have string and toString. So this is the first thing. So coming to the second number type. So what implicit JavaScript does is, if you do like this, 6 divided by 2. So both are string values. The implicit conversion it does is it will convert these strings into numbers, and then it will divide. It will do the mathematical operation and it will return 3. So even now you have two strings and a mathematical operation. It will implicitly convert these two strings into numbers and it will do the mathematical operation and it returns 3. It means it automatically converts a string into the numbers and it will return back the number. This is done implicitly. What if you want to do this like explicitly, you need to use number. So this is a syntax number of, and you need to give the value. Most of the cases will be using this number of value when you are taking some input from the text form, and you expect that text form should be like age. So in that case, you can use this number, and so that you'll be getting the right age and right number value. This will help us to have the mathematical operations, correct values of mathematical operations. So most of the time it will help us the number of value. So how it works exactly, let me explain you. So if you give a string value like this, you have given some spaces to front and back. What happens is number, it will trim the spaces to the left and to the right. And if it is a valid number, it will convert this string into a number like this. Fine. Now what happens if you give like z like this? So it will try to convert the string into a number, and when it comes to the z, it can't read this z as a number. So that's the reason we'll be getting not a number. That happens when you use number of and a alphanumeric value. If it is a normal number like this, it can be easily converted like this. So this is how it works. If there is any space, it will trim it from the beginning and the ending, and then it will start converting whether it can convert this number into this type into a number or not. If it can, it will do. Here what happens, here we have z, so that's the reason we'll be getting nan, not a number. So if you give Boolean values like this, Boolean true gives 1, false gives 0. So coming to the interesting point here is null and undefined. Null, it gives 0, whereas undefined gives not a number. So this is the difference we need to understand. Most of the cases we feel that these are the falsy values and they return 0. But that is not the case. For the undefined, we'll be getting not a number. So not only number of the value, we also have parse int and parse float, parse int and parse float to convert the strings into the numerical types. Also, we have one more shortcut. We have, this is a unary operator, where if you have a file like this, and if you keep plus, just one plus before the y, this variable, this will be converted into 5. So this string is converted into the 5. So this is a shortest form of converting a string into a number. So this is about a number conversions. So coming to the Boolean conversion. So you have a Boolean. So you have a number of things like this. If you have one Boolean of 1, it will convert into true. Boolean of 0, it will convert into false. This is a common one thing we know. But when coming to the string, double quotes, like a string, in string, if you give 0, most of us assume that it will be a, like a false, but it is true, because any value inside a string is a valid value, valid Boolean value. So that's the reason we'll be getting true here. And if you give a string, it returns true. Okay, and also if you give an empty string, it returns a false. If you give an empty string with a space, it is true. It is a true valid Boolean value. This is most of the cases we use this Booleans and Boolean conversions in the logical operators, like while if you are using any if statements, inside those if statements, if you get any of these type of values, then it's better to use Boolean of. So for example, you have a let total, and in this total value there may be some values needs to be we need to get some value in this total value. Okay, it will come null or undefined or not a number. Maybe you may get all these values, all these false values. Then the best way to check whether the we have a Boolean value or not is like Boolean of true. This will check for null. If it is null, you will be getting false. If it is undefined, you will be getting false. If you get not a number, it will be getting false. Based upon this logical operation, you can go further. So this is how you can choose the Boolean conversion in the logical operators as well. So this is all about the type conversion. So we have number, string, and Boolean to convert the types into the required types. So with the help of these explicit type conversions, we can convert the data into required data type, and we can do the operations in a correct way so that there won't be any ambiguity in the result. So this is all about this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos.